Okay.
Come on. Good evening, everybody, and welcome to Anime-Zing Radio. I'm your host, Angela Rose, because Doug is working on the railroad again, and I am joined by our lovely co-host, Darren
Hi.
and Kayatianu.
Hello.
Sorry for the delayed start. We had some technical difficulties, and apparently that's just going around. Because apparently Crunchyroll's been having some issues, Facebook's been having some issues, YouTube had issues earlier in the week. Apparently, I don't know. Gotta love
watch my anime.
Gotta love it. Yeah, no, I haven't watched anime in 2 weeks, but I was watching the Olympics because sports.
Yeah, I was gonna try to catch up today, and it was like, oh, okay, I'll catch up today, and then nope.
And then once the hockey game was over, my D&D game was canceled. And then I was like, no, I'll just lose myself in Borderlands 4 because I finally bought it.
About to say, I watched some throughout the week, so I'm caught up on a couple, but I was going to watch some more today, but Angela actually had to wake myself up because it's been a rough week. And now I got to work tomorrow, but once I work tomorrow, I should be good for until Wednesday because it's just been a week.
Now, see, you're far enough south where you don't have everything shut down.
What do you mean by that? Y'all are getting hit with another blizzard, right?
Oh,
Yep.
Yeah, it's all rain down here. We've had more rain today than we've had in probably 2 months.
Depending on how much snow we get in this storm, I think this will be the most we've gotten in the past 11 years since 2015.
Oh, just 11 years? Okay, but yeah. I woke up this morning to my house shaking. We had our first good thunderstorm happened this morning, and the thunder was loud enough on occasion to actually shake my house.
Oh, wow.
Now I need...
But hey, look, those are the good kind of storms because those are the ones you know you can sleep through unless you got work at 4 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah, they canceled everything here.
All right. Yeah, no, the state has declared emergency. Hello, Ross. And I already got the text, don't go into work tomorrow, so there's that. And I sent you guys a thing. Granted, I think this is more for Doug than anybody, but an anime scheduled for July. A fantasy series about a fire-breathing dragon raised by a mother cat in the forest.
Yes, I saw that earlier.
That looks adorable.
The art looks adorable. I'm curious enough where this will go on the maybe list. At least a couple episodes.
Yep.
There's quite a few shows that they're coming up with an anime for that I'm just like, have we come full circle for what anime will and won't do?
You know what? I think we have.
Some of it sounds good, the other just why?
Exactly. And I feel like we all have different opinions, or for any show, I think we may or may not agree on what looks good, what looks meh, and what is but why.
Did y'all see? I didn't realize they had dubbed this, but did y'all see the clip I sent earlier? That was actually posted by Toonami.
Oh boy.
The one about the rooster fighter?
Oh.
That clip was actually posted by Toonami because apparently that's what it's going to be airing on.
Oh boy. And thank you, Ross, for reminding us that Vending Machine Season 3 is scheduled for April.
Yep. Look at this back here.
You know what? That's one that I'm going to say, but why?
Yeah, well, don't your other but why is getting reincarnated as a hero's rib.
You know what? Yes. You know what? Yes. I will say I absolutely love learning. I love just talking to people about anime at this point because you can learn so much about somebody just by what animes they like.
Yep, if you enjoy school days, you're probably a psychopath.
But I thought it was amusing to learn that the women's figure skater who won the gold medal is a huge anime fan and talked about liking Chainsaw Man. I thought that was awesome.
Mm-hmm. And she also loves Attack on Titan as well. She said she gave her top 5 anime, and Attack on Titan, I think, was number 1. Madoka was in there.
I think I'm having.
Quite a few other, but Alyssa Liu, she's a definite weeb.
Yup.
And to be so young, she's only what, 20 something?
20 something. Yep. Youngin.
I think she's younger than me.
Now,
And the fact that they said that she came out of retirement for these games,
she did.
I'm like, retirement?
So she was a prodigy like years and years ago as a kid, and she actually did skate. I think she did skate in the Olympics previously, but she stepped away from it. She stepped away from it, went back to school.
Basically lived a normal life.
I have to say, was that the 16 games or the 20 games? Because weren't the 20 games still held, even though... Because the 20 games were held pre-COVID, right?
No, the 2020 games were held in... The 2020 games were summer, and they were held in 2021.
Not my bad. So, that's right, because we're on... I forgot it was 2026 for a second. So that would have been 2022.
Yes.
Did she participate in the 22 games or the 18 games?
I want to say the 18.
I don't remember. I didn't because I was actually overseas during the 2018 Olympics. I couldn't watch them because I couldn't find anything in English. And from Ross, not an anime question, but if you're a fan of horror, do you have certain can't stand to watch limits? Because horror movie titled The Mummy is coming out in April, and I want to know who can handle like peeling of skin, for example, like a snake shedding. Oh, Ross, that's a good question.
You know, it's funny. There's some stuff I can watch most anything, but the number one thing that I cannot watch that my dad probably would have watched, and also one of my friends, his sister, is like almost nonverbal autistic. She would just sit and watch medical documentaries of them actually being in the operation room, and stuff that just made my skin crawl.
See, and for me, fun fact, so a little personal bit about my history. I actually did some a couple years of nursing school before switching my major, and one of the things I had to do was observation in a hospital setting, and I actually got to watch an open heart surgery, and that was one of the most fascinating things.
Hmm.
However, that being said, for me, one of like my absolutely, I will lose it completely is anything pertaining to the eyes.
Hmm. So have you seen another?
The what?
No, there's a scene in another regarding the eyes.
Yep.
It's the girl. It's the girl. It's the girl going down the stairs with the umbrella scene.
Yep.
Nope.
Oh, you've never seen. That is a freaky series. Freaky.
Never seen that series of, but like for example, I've seen parts of A Clockwork Orange and lost it, like the scene where they've got the guy's eyes propped open.
Okay, let's see. There's another. I feel like there was another scene with the eyes, and I'm thinking it was either Chaos Head or Chaos Child. That was freaky.
I
Something that happened there.
can't think of anything specifically in anime that I've seen that made me squirm like that, but no, that's like the one thing. It's like, nope, absolutely not.
Well, JoJo would make you shake your head on a couple of things, but
JoJo occasionally makes me go, but why?
well, that's it. I think that's the whole point.
Yes. But I can't decide if I want to try and watch it or try and read it or just kind of ignore it.
It's one of those series that you got to be at least semi-invested in. Now, I screwed up by not watching JoJo as I should. So I kind of jumped in where I didn't really need to, and it's because one of my friends at the time was talking it up. I did not realize when he was initially talking about it that the one that was airing was a part 3. So I jumped in on Stardust Crusaders. I did not see the original or season 2. So I kind of jumped in blind on some stuff. But
yeah,
I mean, I feel Stardust Crusaders was an okay enough place to jump in where you really didn't need the previous stuff to be able to understand what was going on.
I feel like, correct me if I'm wrong, but I feel like certain aspects of JoJo are much like a Tarantino movie in so much as they don't make any sense except in and of itself. And even then.
Mm-hmm.
I've never seen JoJo, only like bits and pieces.
There's just certain scenes that are just classic. It's hard to have not seen them.
I've seen the memes, I've seen clips here and there. I've seen enough Connor videos where it comes up.
I'd say probably the most iconic scene from Stardust Crusaders was the one with Kakyoin and the cherry on the tongue going pello 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 pello.
Yep.
Yes.
I know that.
And actually when you saw Trash Taste live, I assume there was a JoJo related audience participation question as well.
Honestly, I don't remember everything. I think there was, but
I don't remember.
My only problem was when we went to go see that, I was partially paralyzed for some reason. I'm trying to remember what I did. But
was that the oil burns?
No. That was
oil burns.
No, that
fast
was
food.
Oh, no, okay. I was like, what did he do?
Wait, you don't know about that?
No.
Sorry.
Remind me to send you that. Give me a minute. Let me find my phone.
Oh
But
no.
no, it wasn't that. It was I did something else. I can't remember if I pulled a muscle. Oh, I remember. I pulled a muscle in my chest, like right around
How?
my heart, right around my heart, and I was just getting over that, and that was the week of trash taste. So that was when there were once or twice just to get out of bed. Um, I would have to put my arms behind my back and push myself up that way. I couldn't just roll over.
Uh, and
And and I woke up in the middle of the night one night, and the only way I could get the pain to stop was to literally stand up and stand there for about 20 minutes.
Yep. Oh, I know that feeling all too well. that I know.
ay,
Like,
ay. So we are
yeah,
all
it was
battered.
bad.
So we are all to some degree battered and broken.
Yep.
Yep.
Um, uh, Ross says, "Child Darren, remember the victims puked up poster flyers that somehow were inside their bodies of the serial killer?" I don't know what he. I don't know what this is in reference to.
Is this in reference to JoJo?
I don't know because
Being
that was.
penalized by your remember the victims puked up poster flyers.
I have
Somehow.
no
I'm
idea.
trying to remember.
That might just be horror in general. I don't know.
Or that might have been something happened in JoJo that I don't remember. But no, I can't do a split Ross. Like I would. I think I pulled something already the other day because I was cutting hedges and scaling some stuff way back. So what I do is I take the limbs that I cut and I try to grab the one that has the most branches and put it at the bottom, and then I pile the limbs on top of that one, and that way I can just drag it all at once. And when I did that, it's like when you're playing football or doing something in track and field so it burns your legs if it's heavy enough because you're facing the pile and you're walking backwards.
Oh,
You're
uh,
dragging it backwards.
Ross clarified, asking if it was the thing you were asking if it was Chaos Head or Chaos Child. The answer is Chaos Child.
Oh, Chaos Child. Okay.
And hello, Comet Vikings.
I think you mean Comet Vikings or
Come TV.
TV Kings.
I don't know. I don't know. And I'm not sure. Apologies for the pronunciation. It's been a long day.
I mean, I don't think it really matters, but nice to see a new face in the chat.
Agreed.
If you have any questions, bring it on. We're not afraid, for the most part.
Nope. Comet V Kings. Boy. Nope, it has. It's been
It's been such a long time.
So Darren,
Darren,
did you see the new Toka and Karumi figure on Anime-Ami?
I generally am following the DXD one, so honestly, no, I haven't.
Ooh, I would check those out.
Gotcha.
You know, you got Karumi in a succubus outfit.
Oh, okay. You've caught my interest.
Same with Toka.
To be fair though, Kurumi has how many figures out now?
Oh, a lot.
too many? Question mark.
way
No,
too
she
many.
really does. Like, if you're looking at so Sonico and Miku supposedly have the most Bishojo figures, but to be fair, Kurumi is not far behind them. Rob or Kaya, that is what she was talking about. Check your messenger.
Oh, Jesus, nice. God. I have seen that happen before.
So, how that missed my eyes.
No, you're dang lucky.
But here's the fun part. That whole time I was recovering from that experience, it did not hurt. The worst pain was trying to get it to quit burning after it hit me in the face. After that initial first day, I really didn't have any pain out of that the whole time. And also, I don't have any scarring on my face because it was just shallow enough to where it wasn't permanent. So, yeah. Here's a tip if you work in fast food: be careful around the fryers.
Can confirm. Oh God. Oh boy. Ross, the answer to your superhero question is I don't know. And you know what? I'm just going to leave that as I think I'm just going to leave that as multiverse.
I am not familiar with the Spider-Man series like at all. Like, to be frank with you,
I've seen a couple of the movies, and because Spider-Man is part of Marvel, and one of the Spider-Man movies involved Doctor Strange.
Oh, I could, because it's Marvel's a multiverse.
Yeah.
So even if you take out one Spider-Man, there's multiples.
And
there's multiple copies.
And subsequently, the real answer is multiverse.
Yep.
My dad was the Marvel person, or well, actually, just the cartoon. Not cartoon, but well, yeah, technically cartoon. He was the Batman, Spider-Man. He was the hero kind of deal. Superman. He liked that kind of stuff, especially I guess growing up with it. Growing up with the non-animated Batman series was one of his favorites as a kid.
Yeah, no, I remember my dad taking me to see a couple of the Batman movies as a child. Like, because my dad enjoyed, like, just in general fun action movies, and some of the comic book movies fell into that umbrella. But yeah, I don't know. And apparently some of the plot for the new Spider-Man movie got leaked. But
figures.
Well, yeah, it's Marvel.
Yep.
So I don't really want, and I'm just going to kind of purposely avoid looking that up because I don't want to be spoiled.
Takes the fun out of it. And I hate when people do that.
Oh God.
You're welcome.
There's so much I could deep dive into that. And Ross has not leaked revealed on purpose. On purpose, or covering up the fact that someone leaked something they shouldn't have. They should. But so as we've touched on the past couple of weeks, and apparently in an interview, Alyssa Liu said actually watched Attack on Titan and said that Eren was justified for his actions. I don't know if I agree. I don't know if I agree with that.
Oh God.
I know enough about Attack on Titan to get the gist, but I cannot confirm or deny because I don't watch. I haven't seen it, so
That is definitely an opinion.
is that a hot take? You would say, or
You know what? I'm going to say that I'm gonna go out on a limb and say that's a hot take, but that gets into nitty gritty and really depends. And just the comments, you know what? Nope. I'm gonna disregard. And yep. Comment Vikings that says that last episode was kind of lame. Yes. I've rambled a lot about the final parts of Attack on Titan. But now how much you want to bet people who didn't finish it or people who had never seen it go back and watch it now?
Probably quite a few. You may even have some people that haven't seen it at all go to watch it. So,
but that's because that is because it seems like whenever I use the term celebrities kind of as a catch-all here, talk about a particular piece of media, all their entire fan base goes to go look at it.
Yeah.
Whether or not that's a good thing, I don't know. But I suppose this in and of itself proves some of the things we've been saying, that how anime is so much more mainstream now than it ever was when you and I were growing up, Kaya.
Yep.
And I don't know about you, but when I was in high school and college, if you publicly said you were into anime, you kind of got ostracized.
Yeah, I was part of that.
Yep.
I was still ostracized, even though I was one of the newer generations. It was still back in school. Like, for instance, one of the girls I went to school with a long time ago said something about rain and how nice it was to hear it or whatever. Well, at the time, there was a anime where one of the openings was, I think, called "Waiting for the Rain," and I happened to click it and leave a link on her thing, and she responded with an anime. With the word anime followed by the emoji like she's sick and has a mask on, and then she like it wasn't for her kind of deal. And then several other people we went to school with kind of jumped in on it, saying how anime really wasn't what she made it out to be. She's like, "That's fair, but it's just not my thing."
And that's just sad. Like, not your thing, fine, but
That's how people were.
I know.
Like, it wasn't until I think like the late 2000s that people kind of accepted anime.
Well, question: do you think stuff like Cartoon Network airing Pokemon and Yu-Gi-Oh and Sailor Moon and all that stuff all these years, and maybe the kids WB on Saturday mornings and whatnot, do you think that helped break a lot of that stuff into society without them really realizing it?
Not really, because most parents and most people didn't associate any of that with Japan, the way it was
Which is,
made.
which is ironic because Dragon Ball was a huge hit, even though it wasn't like thinking back, my cousins when I was like 6, 7, and 8, they were huge into the Dragon Ball franchise, and I didn't really know what it was. And this is 2000, 2001, 2002.
Funny,
So,
that's when I got introduced to Dragon Ball. Was somewhere in the vicinity of 2001, 2002. It was definitely not for me. But I was also, you know, I was also right around 21 at that point. And from the chat, when do we think 18 plus Attack on Titan is coming out? One could argue that there's enough violence and enough serious war themes in Attack on Titan that you could give that an 18 plus rating as it is.
I was about to say, I think the original rating on it is MA-17 and always has been.
I'm not sure, but
because once you cross the MA rating, aren't you basically just a few steps away from 18 plus?
Pretty much, depending on the why. Like extreme like the extreme. Usually, when you again nuance, but
you know, it was kind of funny. So when I was a kid, this is still, of course, like I said, this is early 2000s. There used to be like talk on the bus where we would talk about the ratings of games and whatnot, like PG-13 and MA games. Some of us would be playing like at a young age, and then we didn't know any better back then. But there was always the running rumor that there were some games that were rated A, and if we were caught playing them, then our parents and us would be in trouble for doing so. And by that was anything. Apparently, there used to be a rating for 18 plus called A for a while, or that was just a rumor to keep us from playing them.
No, there was an A rating. There weren't many games with it, but there was an A rating.
That's what
I thought so, but again, I don't think I ever saw one.
I forget. One of my friends from back when was talking about it. It was just kind of like, oh, you know that if we get caught playing these kind of games, then our parents are in trouble along with us because they said it's illegal, and we're just kind of laughing at the time. We didn't realize what all that actually meant.
Yeah, you shouldn't have been able to even buy the games or rent the games if they were A rating. Like, I remember in Blockbuster, they never even had A rating games.
Well, I think the other main thing was our parents would buy them and then they wouldn't secure them properly, and we'd accidentally find them.
Oh, okay. I didn't have parents that played video games.
Well, I didn't either.
Same.
My parents were not the video game kind of people. Like the most we had was that I remember was like plug one of those consoles in, not like a name brand console, but one of those RGB corded consoles into the VCR and play like Sudoku, chess, checkers, that kind of thing. You know what I'm talking about?
Yep.
Kind of. But no, I grew up largely without video games. Did not only ever played them at friends' houses growing up, or when I first moved out of mom and dad's house, I got a PS2 that also functioned as a DVD player. And
Yeah.
that's when I got into RPGs.
You know, it's actually kind of funny. So going back on an old Christmas video, my grandpa at one of the family gatherings was opening his gift, and it was actually a PS1, but it ended up being just the box. I think my cousin had got a PS1, and they repurposed the box for whatever my grandpa got. But it was a nice, why in the world did you buy a PS1 for grandpa kind of gag? But
yeah.
Sorry to interrupt, but Aki just raided me and blew my ears out.
I was wondering what that was.
Yeah, no,
Thank you, Aki.
Yay, friends!
Ow! I gotta turn that down. Thank you for testing that.
And I'll use that as an excuse to jump back to chat. Ross says, "Did you hear that Sign of Affection will be coming to an end soon? It's been announced and it's heading towards its climax." I think I read something about that a while ago, but I don't remember. And hopefully that means the anime continues because that was so good. But yeah, and hi, John Knight. Good to see you.
There he is.
Yep, and he watched the closing ceremony of the Winter Olympics.
I feel like that was a lot of people today.
Yeah, no, I didn't, but I never do. I usually watch the opening ceremonies and then the events that interest me.
The opening ceremonies, I have opinions on this year, but
it was better than some, not as good as others, as far as ones I've watched over the years.
Let's see, what was I just looking at?
But
I unfortunately have not watched any.
The only part of the Olympics I watched, like the only part, was a very short clip. Unfortunately for Lindsey Vonn, I hope she recovers swiftly. It has not been a good Olympic Games for her because apparently I was listening to one of the morning radio shows. They said that I think it was her pet that died, like the day that she broke her leg.
Oh no!
And I'm just like, wow, that's rough.
Yeah, like no. But, I watched. Agreed. That is, injuries injuries are never good. I happen to catch a few of them in different events,
especially to an athlete, because an injury could just mean the end of career.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. And in today's hockey game, one of the U.S. players had a couple of teeth knocked out with a high stick.
Ouch.
He He then turns around and scores the game-winning goal, but still. But that's hockey for you.
So recently there was a video that went viral for hockey. Like, I absolutely, like, child on child violence is not acceptable in any form, in any shape or form, unless it's hockey. And it proceeded to show a game where the whole both teams just started wailing on each other in their hockey gear. It was hilarious.
Yeah, no, hockey games, there are certain matchups where there will always be fights.
Why is hockey the sport that came from the quote unquote most peaceful country in the world, but yet has some of the biggest injuries when it comes to that kind of stuff?
I don't know. I don't really know the history of hockey. I just know that it's fun to watch. There's a lot of certain matchups produce a lot of fights, and yeah, Canada takes it way too seriously. It's like a religion.
It is a religion to them.
To the point where the entire country opened their bars in the morning so that everybody could go to the bars to watch the gold medal game, which was the US versus Canada. And the game start time in Boston was 8:10 this morning.
Oh wow.
Is that why I saw so many people chanting USA, USA earlier this morning?
Yes. On the East Coast time, it was puck drop was 8:10 a.m.
Jesus.
And so do the math. Vancouver, the city that is known for Let's Start a Riot, is on Pacific time, and therefore the game started like I think 5 a.m.
Damn.
Unless they yeah, no, that would be because it was time zone math. I give
time zone math hard.
Yep. So to say, hockey is to Canada what football is to the U.S., what soccer is to pretty much
the rest of the world.
The rest of the world.
Oh yeah, the was it FIFA's coming up too?
Yes.
That's going to be hosted very close.
That's going to be here. I use air quotes because I believe it's Gillette Stadium, which is about an hour from here.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
Is it is it everything in Gillette, or are they?
I really don't want. Well, no. Who am I kidding? I don't want it here to begin with.
It's gonna. Oh my.
But then again,
stay far away from there.
that's kind of the point. Is
we got enough traffic.
Yes, exactly. Okay, what did you send me?
Especially when PAX coming.
Yep. Oh dear. Okay. And getting away from the chat, Darren, news from Ross. The author for 100 Girlfriends just gave birth to their first child and will be going on maternity leave, rescheduling the manga.
Yep, I heard about that, but I heard it wasn't the author. I'm fairly certain it was the artist.
Either way, congrats to the birth of their child. Hopefully hopefully mom and child are healthy.
Yep, because if I'm not mistaken, the mom was the artist.
And also sharing more entertainment news. Zootopia 2 won a BAFTA for Best Animated Film.
Even though I didn't watch it, I saw the trailer and I'm like, yeah, I can actually see that. Because let's see, Zootopia is just the Disney version of Beastars when it comes to anime. Yes.
I don't know. I've never seen either.
Have you, Kai?
Was it BeatStars?
Beastars.
I've heard of it and seen bits and pieces.
Same. But 9 times out of 10, when they're trying to do like anthropomorphic anime, Zootopia and Beastars get compared quite a bit. Hmm. Oh, so Ange, you said you are behind on anime, so you are not caught up on Jack of all trades, right?
No, I'm not. I haven't watched anime in 2 weeks because I've been watching Olympics, curling, and hockey, and other stuff too. But
that seems getting interesting.
It really is. Like,
I'd like to see Anne's opinion on this when she gets caught up.
Yes.
Didn't I say before that it was my favorite?
I believe so.
No, nothing negative, but I didn't see it going this way, kind of.
Well,
same.
By next week, I'll be caught up.
Based on what you've seen so far, anything in particular you want to comment on that surprised you, or you think could go in one way or another?
Oh God, I don't remember. So,
has the dragon showed up yet, or no?
Oh,
have you fought the dragon yet, or had it just showed up?
They tried to fight not them. The All-Star team, whatever
the Heroes Party.
The Heroes Party was fighting the dragon. They were getting their asses beaten, and then they basically, the mass evacuation was in progress.
Okay, so you're right at the good part. Got it.
Okay.
I'm behind. I know I'm behind. I need to actually catch up. Heck.
No, we were just trying. I was just trying to get a feel for what's your opinion. And I mean, I know you said it's your favorite. Like, anything in particular that stuck out to you that's different from any other anime, or is it just one of those that you sit back and just enjoy the ride?
It's, you know what I'm gonna say? It's just everything I like about fantasy with zero of the overdone tropes. Overdone to the point of being obnoxious.
Yep.
Because they're there. Some of them are there, but they're not like enough to make me just grumble. Yeah.
Yeah, I'll give credit to him. He, unlike a lot of the other shows, he actually seems to have some originality.
And we have a main character that's actually got some really good depth and is not obnoxious.
Mm-hmm. And come to find out later, he's only 18.
I think I knew that. Or I think that got hinted at, I should say. But
so later
but I might also be mixing that up with one of the other ones I'm watching.
So yeah, not really a spoiler, but a little bit later on, he's actually like the young one of your main characters. Well, actually, the whole heroes party kind of is.
Yeah, and then you've got the kids, like the trio that is from
the Night Sky Rabbits.
Thank you. Like but hey, tomorrow being a snow day, that might be some of tomorrow might be spent watching anime.
If Crunchyroll is fixed.
Forget that.
All right.
I couldn't watch anything today. I was like, I want to watch anime.
What did you end up doing?
I made my Oshi page. So there's a new like MySpace type web thing for VTubers. And it's invite only, and I was invited, so I made my page. So I had to relearn HTML.
Oy.
I only learned a little bit of HTML. So in school, we learned a little bit of HTML, a little bit of Java, and a little bit of what's the other common coding language?
What is the other thing I can change in this?
No idea.
CSS.
That might have been it.
Yeah, because I have CSS and then HTML.
And then my dad, since he was an engineer, he was trying to explain binary coding to me.
Oh God! Oh, let's bring back memories. My brain's gonna explode.
Well, to be fair, it was kind of interesting that a lot of the older systems, you basically ran it with command prompt versus like having an interactive mouse.
Yep.
So you had to know you didn't necessarily have to know coding, but at the same time you had to know more coding than what you have to know now.
Here we go again.
And then I'm not gonna lie, a little bit earlier in the week I got a little bit distracted. I ended up rewatching a small part of season 2 of Aspen Hotel because the songs got caught in my head and I couldn't get them
out. Question from Ross.
No, I didn't do it.
Is anyone else watching Polar Opposites?
Yes. I'm behind, but yes. I am Summer Festival. That is where I installed that. I tried to watch it earlier, but I ended up falling asleep until Angela woke me up.
And to answer John's question, did anyone get snow today?
No.
It might be snowing now. I don't know. We're supposed to get 2 feet.
It's snowing a little bit right now.
Just a casual, like, oh, it's just 2 feet. Not a big deal.
Yeah, when you live in New England, it's just normal for us.
It's 2 inches or 2 feet. Anything in between is somewhat normal.
Yeah. I heard New York City is supposed to get 18 inches?
Yeah. One of the airports in New York canceled all their flights. Again, normal.
Oh, okay, Ross. Yeah, you're into 60s, all lucky.
And Ross
with some snow your way.
And Ross says, all of the snow where he is melted. Because you're in the South.
Yeah, barely nothing melted.
Yeah.
Well, it stayed cold enough around here that the snow we had earlier this month only just recently melted within the past couple of days.
Yeah, well, I suspect if we keep getting this snow, we'll still have snow on the ground in July.
Yep. We might still see snow when we go to PAX.
Yeah,
There's
but
a good chance.
Yeah, but that's normal.
Yeah, no, there's a few years we didn't have any. It was late enough.
Fair.
Usually March. We go there. It's snow. I'm just hoping there's no storm
Agreed.
until we're actually there.
Well, agreed. Do you remember the Markiplier year where it was so cold that they had to open the building over an hour early?
Yep.
Hacks and snow.
Oh, no. They opened it like at 6:37. They opened it real early.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. I'm usually in there like super early. I get my Dunkins, I go in there and I sit down.
Yeah, no, we work it so it's we drive in, I get the car parked, and then it's get in the building and Kaya Ross posted a binary code joke in there for you. I'm not sure what that translates to, but I'm sure it does.
I don't know. My brain mush. I'm too old now.
I think we all are.
After I had to use a template, and then I had to figure out how to put the template in there myself because I didn't want to ask anybody. And then it took me like 4 hours just to do that. Then the links wouldn't work, and then I had to figure out, oh, I have to actually put the whole link in there with the HTTPS. And it's like,
Yep. Even with I remember at my last job, I had to occasionally update websites that were WordPress templates. But every time I had to go in and add stuff, I had to relearn how to do it.
Yep.
And then
that's the thing with it. If you go back and redo it, you have to redo everything because you have to delete. Like, it's not something you could just change this and this. If you redo it, you got to redo it.
Well, it was adding photos to a photo gallery. But it was how to make it line up right, how to put the caption on it, and my god. But
yeah, I sent the link in group chat.
That's
the website.
I'll look at that when I'm on my computer later. Or is it designed for mobile?
It works better on mobile because if I use it on my PC, I have to go into my router and allow the website, or I cannot upload any photos.
Huh.
It's
almost like MySpace.
I was going to say it looks reminiscent of MySpace.
I never had MySpace, ironically. It's actually kind of funny. I can't remember if it was elementary school, like in our upper grade years, or our early grade years in middle school. We actually had our library staff in school encouraging us to get on Facebook when it was first rolling out. And I think this is before Facebook really had any age limit guidelines. Like
I don't think it did at the beginning. If I remember correctly, you could just join it.
That's what I'm saying.
Actually, no. Facebook originally was specifically for college students, and your university had to be part of the network.
We're talking about when it actually went public.
Ah.
Yeah. That's when I was in like 4th grade, 5th grade, so 2000. Let's see, I've been about 8, so 2003, 2004 era, maybe 2005.
I was gonna say I had Facebook.
I joined in 08.
I had it earlier than that because 2005 is when I finished college.
My classmates, 2 in particular, ended up creating my Facebook for me, much at the angst of my parents in 2010.
Back to anime. I might stop. Ross says I might stop. Tune in to Midnight Heart. I keep asking myself, when's the romance part going to start showing in the show instead of comedy? If it's a harem, where's the romance? Darren,
Well,
do you know anything about this one?
yes, I do. So basically, I think we've been over this plot before. Basically, this guy is trying to find this one girl, and it's confirmed that the girl he's been looking for the past couple of years is at the school, and she's apparently in this club he joined. Well, she's already at the point where she offered to reveal herself to him, and he's like, "No, I want to figure it out on my own." Because these four girls that are in the club, which is basically a broadcast club with each having a different dream to fulfill in their life, one of them is the girl that he's been looking for, but they're all sharing similar qualities of that girl. So who is it's just kind of keeping you hanging in suspense. Like, which of the four girls is it? Because you got one that wants to be a singer, an artist. We got one that wants to be a voice actress, one that wants to be a VTuber, and then the other one wants to be a public speaker.
Yeah, I got nothing.
So he's probably just frustrated with the fact that they're playing mind games with who the actual girl is, because at this point all four of them kind of like this guy, because when he dedicates himself to a task, he's kind of like the guy from 100 Girlfriends, where he sees it through, regardless of if it turns embarrassing or not.
Looks like my docky art is almost done.
Yay.
Will Darren be the first one to get one?
Maybe.
I got to find out how you actually get one made.
So,
I have the art, but now I actually have to find someone to make it.
No, that's the thing. They cost more money, but you can have a docky customized. The website I use, even though they're the non-official ones, because official docky art is few and far between.
Well, I already got art. I got like official docky art.
No, I'm talking about when I mean official, I'm talking about like licensed by the distributor or whatnot, from like the actual series. It's not fan art oriented stuff, but the website I use, they have a thing where you could upload your own design and they'll print it, and you just end up paying a little bit more.
Well, I'm looking for a place to actually sell them for me, so they'll produce it and then sell it.
I think I saw some people try that with like Redbubble or something or another, but I don't really trust those kinds of sites. So
Yeah, because I might ask Sari or one of the people I know. I think Sari has one coming.
I'd say how many of your VTuber friends have plushies of themselves out?
Not many. Plushies are the hardest. So I have art for a plushie. The issue is production, because every place wants you a minimum of 500 orders. So either you are big enough to sell those 500 and be able to pay for the plushies production, or you front all the money and you're stuck with 500 plushies
So
in a warehouse.
My office would just be a plushie room.
Yeah, I would probably get like a whole crate of plushies delivered to my house.
I'm about to say, how big are these on average? Are they like
I'm looking for like
Are they
between
like
a 6 to 9 inch. That's what I'm looking to make.
okay? Because my Hotaru that I have, one of the few plushies I do have, is about 12, 12 inches. I mean, she lays on my dresser.
Yeah, that'd be like too much money. I'm looking at like 6 to 9.
So something to like go on a computer monitor or something.
Yeah, like it's cheaper and it make more sense for a VTuber because most VTubers don't have big plushies. They like the Fumo.
Okay. Now
Pretty
one
much.
thing I keep meaning to do, but my trucks stay too dirty for me to do this. I almost wouldn't mind instead of like being the people that have Jeeps with the ducks all over the dashboard, like be the ones like at these anime shows that bring their cars that have like little plushes on the dashboard instead. I think I think one of my swings managers, I think she had a plush sitting in her back seat since she had a car. So she had them like in the back glass, along with some anime stickers as well. Because honestly, I honestly wouldn't mind riding around with some of my favorite characters with like a small plush in my windshield. But my trucks do not stay clean.
That's just the plushie is going to be the hardest one because I would
Yep.
have to find someone that would just produce maybe like 50 to 75. I could probably afford, and even then, you're looking at like $1,500, $2,000.
For even a small order like that, damn.
Well, if you're getting like so,
The issue with the issue with plushies as a like you're buying them in, they want you to buy them in bulk.
yeah,
So
Well,
the
I
more
mean,
you buy,
I get it.
but unless you know you're going to sell, like what is it, 2,000?
right. Well, they want 500 is the minimum
Right.
typically.
So unless you're gonna sell 500, and even then, the more you buy, the better the discount is.
Like if
Well,
you look at like the sites like Makeshift that a lot of VTubers use, they do pre-orders and they have to meet a certain threshold or they will not
yep,
produce them.
yep,
Yeah.
and that's what I was gonna say, mate. If you have enough followers to whatnot to do that, then what I would do is take pre-orders for them, and then be like, okay, if we don't meet the minimum requirements, then it's just a simple refund. I mean, it's not like you actually collected the money off of them yet. I know that sounds easier said than done, but I think there was some Shark Tank entrepreneurs where that's exactly what they did. There was this one girl that did really, really well on a product. She basically launched it on her site and then got all the orders in before she even made the first batch of product. Like she made a whole social media deal about it and sold like I think it was several thousand units before she even had the product made because she was that good of a marketing person. Because you know, if you make your product sound like a limited edition thing, it kind of gets people the kick in the rear to probably purchase it before it sells out.
Yep.
100%.
Economics and marketing.
And that's also catering to the collectors, because a collector will buy something if they think it. They will either buy it because it's limited edition, and
Hmm.
so that they can have a one of the finite number, or they will buy it for that and then turn around and resell it on eBay for double the price.
Hmm. And then you got the average enjoyer that wants something to show off in their home or their vehicle.
Yep.
And that's where your convention people many times come in, because a lot of them, they just want something to show off either in their room or to put on their vehicle or in their vehicle.
Or just something to put on display showing off what they like. Case in point, somebody gave me the little Anya figure that you see in the corner of my screen.
Yeah.
Because I have said on more than one occasion, Anya's one of my favorite fun characters.
Yep. And that reminds me, I got Maple here waiting for you.
Maple's another one that I absolutely adore. Stay tuned, because at some point we may very well do on stream a D&D battle royale where I will play a version of Maple.
There you go. Hell, I'm not D&D oriented to the point I fully know the rules, but maybe I would try to do something like an Issei oriented build, since he is constantly evolving and has quite a few interesting abilities.
Awesome.
Or I could also remind me, Kaya, are you familiar with Medaka Box?
Why does that sound familiar?
You got the girl with the purple hair with the multiple abilities, and then you got the other guy with black hair that holds a screw in his hand, Kumagawa.
That does not ring a bell.
Question for
The
you two.
the guy in my profile picture that's literally on screen right now.
I'm drawing a blank right now.
Question for
Don't
you
know
guys
why.
from Ross. In all trades anime, he's not watching. Is the main character dense when it comes to feelings, or does he acknowledge them?
Which one is this?
Oh, the main character? He acknowledges feelings.
He is about to say
Wait.
there's no significant romance feelings that have accumulated yet, aside from our younger girl having an attraction to him.
Okay, so we
But-
are talking about Jack of all trades.
Yes.
Yeah.
There is some stuff that came out in the most recent episodes, but I'm not going to spoil it.
Okay. Because
Yeah, he's definitely not dense. Like he knows.
he knows because he got a little bit awkward when he thought she was being a little too forward.
But you know, that's mostly because, you know, he was just like kicked out of the party and
her older sister is the leader of the other party.
right.
But I don't know. I'm not caught up, so I'm just going to shut up now.
Yep. Because something might be said we don't want to say.
I don't want this. I love this show so much. I don't want spoilers.
Yep.
Because I will just be sad.
Okay, Kai, does that look familiar to you?
No, I don't think I've ever watched that.
Okay, what
if I did, maybe it was like many, many, many years ago.
Well, this was a 2012 series, I want to say.
So that might have been when I wasn't watching anime. Because there was a time when I didn't really watch anime. and I actually stopped going to conventions.
Okay. I want to share something that's, I think, more for Ross. But, so going back to the Olympics, during the exhibition, the figure skating exhibition at the end, after all the awards were given out, one of the skaters did an entire routine dressed as Kung Fu Panda.
What?
Yes.
Okay.
And Jackie Chan was involved, literally.
Everybody was Kung Fu.
But I feel like that needed to be shared.
That's awesome.
Well, about to say, Alyssa said that if she were to, her dream performance would be in a Madoka dress. So I definitely found that an entertaining idea. Hmm?
Damn it.
Oh.
I'm trying to find the link to share.
Sharing is caring.
Yep.
Well, in convention news, AAC room block is already sold out.
Where is it? Manchester again?
Yeah, I got it as soon as they announced it. But I gotta let Doug know. I gotta double if he wants to go. If anybody wants to go.
I will talk to husband and look into it. It's actually close enough where I don't know. It might be worth it. It might not be. It might also be husband has to work because depending on when in August it is, he won't be able to get the time off because
Yeah.
And Ross says, jumping ahead to the future, there's an anime called due out this summer called Sparks of Tomorrow. Let's look that up. Okay. And it looks like it's a Netflix. It looks like it's going to be, it's a Netflix anime, an alternate version of early 20th century Kyoto, where a technological process diverged towards steam power, leaving cities shrouded in smoke. Based on a novel 20 Seikai Denki Mokuroku, and realized in a bold, impressionistic new Kyoto animation series, follows a boy and a girl who dream of a life beyond the haze, but after losses upend both their lives, any hope for a brighter tomorrow feels achingly out of reach. The boy has grown cynical since his brother's death shattered their shared vision of, quote, age of electricity. The girl, devoted in her faith, has learned to keep both her own dreams and her grief for her late mother carefully hidden away. Drawn together by the mysterious 20th century electrical catalog and its tantalizing glimpse of all they've longed for, the two set out to uncover its secrets. Staring down their past together, the two begin to clear a path toward the future they once thought was gone and push their smoke-choked world to the brink of a blazing revolution. Okay, Ross, I'll give you that one. That one definitely looks like a very me kind of show. And thank you for pointing that out. That's on Netflix, and that is going on my list. Whether or not I actually stay up to date, different story. Did you also talking about anime? Did you see the announcements for Anime Boston that they're bringing back the episode premieres?
Yep, I saw that.
And that's the show that I am super looking forward to. So I will be there for that. Expect me to do a reaction content about Akane Banache, either during or immediately after Anime Boston, because I have been that's a manga I've been reading, so I've been super excited about it.
Makes me wish I could go. Well, I might actually have been able to go, but
I hate.
I haven't.
Somebody say something.
I haven't been to Anime Boston since the one right after COVID.
I haven't been to Anime Boston
Yes,
because of COVID.
And I think that was the last time I actually saw Doug in person.
Yeah. You should, I'd say, come to Anime Boston, but I understand with it being so close to PAX, it's timing is everything.
Like it for me, it comes down to if I'm working or not. That is the issue. I don't know.
And that is 100% fair.
Granted, it's starting to look like I'm going to be out through April.
Well, I'm basically juggling work with PAX, so I have the Friday of Anime Boston off instead. But that's luck of the draw.
Yep.
So I will be running around PAX like an insane lunatic.
Oh God.
How is that different from your average daily life?
Shut up.
Yeah, but Darren, do you know how big that convention center is? Like compared to the Heinz, that thing's massive. Massive.
I don't know.
I am in pain at the end of the day. I am in excruciating pain.
Let me put it this way.
Like 2 convention centers, though.
Let me put it this way. The Heinz is probably closer to the Raleigh Convention Center.
Gotcha.
And Darren, for you from Ross, I don't know if you heard that Alia hides her feelings in Rush, and I think I got that title right.
Yeah,
it's been delayed
until 2027.
Yep.
Yeah. Sad, but I mean, so long as it's good, I don't care if I gotta wait a little longer.
See, and that's another thing that I think we've touched on over the years is I'd rather see something released far later than they said, but have it be top-notch quality, than have it released on time and be crap.
Mm-hmm.
And I feel like these days with so much content, I feel like a large chunk of what we're getting is rushed, and it could be it's okay, but it could be better. And we see that a lot in the video game industry too.
Mm-hmm. Oh, speaking of which, I want your opinion on this. So, Pokemon, for their 30th anniversary, is releasing Fire Red and Leaf Green to the Nintendo Switch. Well, they're only going to be $20 a piece. Is that going to devalue the physical copies of Fire Red and Leaf Green that were sold back in 2004?
Could.
If it's going, honestly, I doubt it. it depends on a number of factors, but I could actually see it being the opposite, especially if it's like download only. I could see it
Yeah.
making the original cartridges like skyrocket in value.
Because Fire Red and Leaf Green right now, for example, I think with the box is like almost 350 bucks. I've seen a copy of Emerald go for like 500 something with the box.
And that is the collector's market. And like for example, I think it was Final Fantasy VII.
Oh,
it might have been the original, not the Game of the Year edition. I saw a used copy for like $1,100.
I think it was 7.
And that was a very long time ago.
But that one got even so when they re-released 7, that one's value decreased significantly, though.
It really I could see it going either way. But it's going to be,
I think it'll bring more, people that actually want to play it and not spend that money. It'll allow them to play it finally.
Like, I would be honest, I would love to find another copy of Emerald. Like at one point I had one because my cousin let me use his, but unfortunately he took it back and I have no idea. I haven't spoken to him in a while, so I don't know if he still has it or not.
And
because every now and then you wanna restart your game, but at the same time you don't want to lose your good save file.
And Ross says he's never played Pokemon until Advanced SP Color or GameCube Darkness. Most of it was Heart Gold and Rescue Team. When he started playing Pokemon games in Fire Red or Leaf Green, so no opinion.
Well, my cousin started me on the path of Pokemon with Ruby and Sapphire. And then by the time I actually got a Game Boy, Emerald was out. And then I got into the mainline games from Diamond and Pearl and then onward. And then I played all the way up until we went to the Switch.
Yeah, I've never played a Pokemon game. I have zero desire to play a Pokemon game.
Why? What's stopping you? Is it because Pokemon's the big deal it is, or is it because of the game mechanics, or what?
Actually, my husband has a couple of them for the Switch. It is 100% mechanics. It is not a game type I enjoy.
Okay.
Because the Switch games cannot really be compared to the Game Boy and DS games.
That's fair. And the Switch games and Pokemon Go are what I have seen and what I have knowledge of. And the Switch games
they're a lot easier.
They are very easy. Like after Black and White, like I would say after Diamond and Pearl, the series as a whole just started getting easier. Like Black and White, and then Black 2 and White 2, they had random people on the routes ready to heal you versus having to find a Pokemon Center. Meanwhile, back in the earlier games, you would be out in the middle of a damn cave. You could barely see where you're going because you needed flash, and your Pokemon would be poisoned. And then every few steps, your Pokemon would lose a hit point, and eventually it would faint after getting lost long enough.
And see that that just does not. No, it's just from what I've seen, the game type is just not my kind of game.
You know, like I don't like the new like from the Switch on Pokemon games. I
That's
mostly play now Minecraft, Pokemon, Cobblemon.
Well, I'm gonna try that. I'm gonna try to at least have you play. If nothing else, I'd say either Pokemon Emerald or maybe Pokemon Platinum,
I played both of those.
because those are two of my favorite Pokemon games of all time. Both for the quality of the game and the story. Like they actually have a really good story behind
So
them.
I played all the games going up to Eevee and Pikachu.
Same here. Now, granted, I don't. Now that I think about it, I think I didn't finish Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon just because of the fact I was EV and IV. I was IV searching and EV training. Um, so I got particular with my Pokemon's natures, and then ended up getting busy and not completing them. So I never got to do the second playthrough on that.
So Ross says he skipped Scarlet and Violet. And then John Knight is sharing some more. So apparently, Amber Glenn, the one of the other figure skaters, is also into anime. At least what John is saying, and revealed top 5 favorite anime series. Most of which I think at least some of us have seen. Apothecary Diaries. You think?
Hunter x Hunter, JJK, Spy Family, and Sakamoto Days.
3 of those are on my list of top tier recent shows.
Mm-hmm.
The other 2 I have not seen, one of which I meant to, and then it just got to be too much, and the other just did not grab me at all.
JJK, let's see, what was my employee talking about? Was she talking about JJK or was she talking about something else yesterday? No. She was watching Kaicho wa Maid-sama and was going off about that.
But no. Apothecary Diary is definitely up there on my list. Same with Spy Family, same with Sakamoto. Sakamoto's eventually coming back, and I'm looking forward to that too.
Oh yes.
That's just fun.
It really is.
Like, Sakamoto's one of those ones that I would recommend to most people. Just because it's so much fun.
Mm-hmm. Especially Lou. When she gets wasted.
Oh yeah, she's fantastic. Where's the
I was to say, depending on what she drinks, is the like when she got drunk off of different things and reacted differently to each one. That's probably the funnier part.
God, agreed. Okay, that is.
You want her to act this way, it's wine. You want to do this, it's beer. You want her to do this, it's sake.
Yup. But no, but yeah, and arguably all 5 of those shows are some level of mainstream.
Mm-hmm. I was gonna say, now I was thoroughly surprised with Alyssa pulling out Madoka Magic Head because I think most of her other stuff was mostly mainstream. And Madoka's definitely one of the older ones.
And Ross says he's not he doesn't feel like bringing up the derailment subjects.
Well, we only have 15 minutes left, so.
And we've been doing that on our own.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
But Chainsaw Man extremely mainstream. And Attack on Titan, for better or worse, actually is mainstream.
Mm-hmm. And then Apothecary Diaries is like neo mainstream. Like it is, but it isn't. Like it's huge in Japan, but does it really have the same size audience here in the States or the Western world?
I don't know. I loved it.
I need to watch it at some point when I have free time.
Honestly, it is amazing. One of the better shows that I've watched recently. And I would argue, if we're going to put together a must see, a must watch list, I would put that on there. But I digress.
And
you might be
good.
But you might be right that it might not be as popular in the West as it was in Japan.
Well, I mean, the Japanese, they're creating whole like theme parks and all kinds of stuff tailored to the Apothecary Diaries, or doing Apothecary Diary themed attractions at their parks and whatnot. Like it's become that big of a deal.
Yeah.
I mean, I think it's the most successful Chinese novel that got adapted into an anime that they've put out so far. Just like Tower of God and a couple others were the most successful manhwa anime adaptations.
And God of High School was definitely a Korean webtoon adaptation.
Mm-hmm.
Which another one that was so much fun.
God of High School, Tower of God, and I feel like there's one other popular one I'm forgetting.
Darren, a new Magical Index spin-off anime has been announced.
Yes, I saw that. Actually, Index Season 3 was announced, I think. Yeah, I think Index Season 3 was finally announced.
And actually, it got announced that Windbreaker, at least Season 1, is now going to be available on Netflix. However, I think that's part and parcel of the Netflix deal with Studio Mappa. Because I couldn't remember if that one was Mappa or not, because we watch it, because both husband and I have social media, we follow different people on socials, different accounts, so we see different anime news. And he shared that one with me, and I'm like, wait, was that Studio Mappa? Because that might be related to that. And so we'll see. But yeah, for Windbreaker was another good anime, so. And Darren Ross says Season 3 already happened. You're thinking of Season 4.
For Index?
I don't know.
Hold on. Okay, so Index 3 did happen. That was 2019. So I think Index 4, I think he's right.
This is not a show I've heard of, so I don't know.
A certain magical index, or certain magical index, a certain scientific railgun.
They're both like the same world, basically.
I've heard of Railgun. I know of Railgun, but never actually seen it. there's periods, I went through periods where I didn't watch anime at all, or only watched like one, maybe two shows.
Yeah, so you
Who,
went through like I did.
who would you say is more famous from the Railgun series, Mikasa uh, uh, or Accelerator?
I would say Mikasa, at least for me.
Ross, you got an opinion on this one?
Because I feel like anytime that's brought up, it's either Accelerator or Mikasa.
I'm so lost, and that's okay.
But I got more into Railgun than I did into Index. So I just think Mikasa.
About to say, if you think Railgun, and think of a girl flipping a coin at hyper speeds and doing major damage.
So basically she can flip a coin and make it like a railgun. Basically it's a railgun. She's flipping the coin so fast.
So it's like, so it's kind of like Ruby.
I haven't seen Ruby, so cannot compare.
You never watched Ruby?
No, I never watched Ruby.
That was like a big thing from Rooster Teeth.
Yep.
Huge.
I know, but like I said, that was never something that came across my radar when I was younger. I mean, I think I knew about it later on, but it was never something that caught my interest like that.
We watched the trailers together as they dropped, and as soon as the yellow trailer was dropped, I just took one look at my husband and I went, yeah, that's me.
Hmm.
Hence I cosplayed Yang for a very long time. But going back to Index, Ross says he never watched the spinoff. More into Index. Was hung up if Camijo and Index were going to get together or not. Ross, I got nothing.
Same.
Okay,
I didn't even know. So Index is the main story?
Index is the main story.
Okay.
Railgun is the spinoff, and I got that wrong. Index 4 is not the one in production. It's Railgun 4 is the one in production.
See, I always thought Railgun was the main and Index was a spinoff. The way it was presented to me.
So we will be getting a Railgun season 4. That was the most recent announcement. So anticipate a release date sometime in 2026 or 2027.
Okay.
Oh. Ay. You know the weather's gonna the weather's bad when DoorDash is suspending service in New England and New York from now until Tuesday morning.
But I need more cookies.
Use Grubhub or Uber Eats.
They should be coming in sleighs and
I wonder how many lawsuits they've had from drivers and people involved in accidents with drivers.
No idea. I'm just I got a notification from one of my friends saying DoorDash has suspended service in New England, so I looked it up because I had a feeling my friend didn't quite had a feeling my friend because all he said was DoorDash has been suspended.
But no offense, what is going to be open tomorrow?
Dunkin'
Like, what?
Donuts.
That's it. Like all of us, we will dig ourselves through the snow to go to Dunkin's.
Here,
Dunkin' Donuts is to New England what Waffle House is to the South.
Yes.
and then
I will grab a shovel and I will shovel myself so I could just get there.
Do you have a Dunkin' Donuts within walking distance?
No.
I've got one that's within easy walking distance.
I have to say,
Lucky.
I have one that's a hop, skip, and a jump from my work, but I don't know how dedicated that their staff is down here. I think when it comes to dedicated staff down here, it's between Waffle House and unfortunately us.
And John Knight's John Knight, are you talking about 2016 or are you talking about 2015 where Mondays didn't exist for the entire month of February? And Ross,
That means we don't get snow down here, John.
I don't, and up here we get so much that there's got to be something specific. Otherwise, I don't know. And yes, Ross, I did bring up the food. It's my fault.
Woohoo. Tis the season for a blizzard. Now, granted, I'm really curious to see if we get snow here soon because you know the old saying, if you get thunder in the middle of winter, then within 10 days you're apt to see snow. So we will see if that happens.
Yep.
Because I woke up this morning to my house shaking.
Okay, curiosity. Have you ever experienced thunder snow?
Yes.
Okay,
Yes.
that's a fun.
It happened here. It happened here the other week when the whole state got it. There was multiple thunder snow situations.
It
is
happens.
awesome.
It is awesome. It happens every few winters. Then again, in the summertime, sitting safely inside, right next to a window, watching a thunderstorm is a fun thing.
It really is. I used to hate thunderstorms when I was little, but now I actually like them.
But just if I'm not, I hate driving in them. I hate.
Not to say I can drive in them. It's just everybody else on the road that I don't trust.
Oh, God.
Hence why I hate driving in thunderstorms. At least in a blizzard, the only people driving are the people who know what the fuck they're doing.
Not down here.
Here, when you get beyond flurries, the only people on the road are the people that know what they're doing. And so it's great.
I tried to, during this most recent snowstorm, I tried to play everywhere I could. I only had to put it in four-wheel drive one time, and that was because of I was taking one of my employees home because I went and picked her up. We were on a slight hill, and that was during the ice portion. So I barely tapped my brakes, and my brakes locked up 3 times because it was on just the slick enough spot. So I had to go down to the end of the road, lock it in 4 wheels, and then turn around, and then was able to get back up the hill and get in her neighborhood.
I'm glad that ended with everybody getting home safely.
Driving is so scary.
I think because I learned how to drive in the winter, I'm just so used to it.
Well, and that's the thing. We don't have enough winters down here to really learn how to drive in it.
Yeah.
But then again, I'm fairly confident that in comparison, we can drive in a thunderstorm or a hurricane better than y'all can.
I think the issue down there is you just don't have the equipment to deal with it. That's the biggest issue.
And
You don't have the correct equipment.
And Ross,
we do. It's just that we don't have to use it as much, so we lack skilled operators.
And Ross says Thunder Snow sounds like a power move in a video game or anime. He's not wrong.
That's funny.
That is funny. And on that lovely note, it is quitting time for us. It is time.
Wait, we get paid?
I know, right?
We get paid in exposure.
Paid? Oh, you guys owe me like 2 months of back pay now.
I'm owed like 6 years.
But on that lovely note, for all of you tuning in, thank you so much. We love you all. Stay happy, stay healthy. For those of you experiencing these blizzards, stay safe and warm. And we'll see you all next week. Bye, everybody.
Bye.
Night, night.